Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are doing a Yin Yoga class, a Fertility Yin Yoga class, so we will be holding the poses for longer, for an extended period of time, really to stretch deep into the tissues and to support the areas that are needed to be supported to improve our fertility. I am not using any props today, but if you want to just use some blocks, you can have a pillow at hand as well or a bolster, just to make some of the poses nicer, more restorative and more accessible. We will also have an affirmation with each pose, and you don't necessarily have to agree with the affirmation, or some of the affirmations may feel like not right for you or not resonating with you enough. And that's also fine. So just listen to them, maybe repeat them to yourself a few times, internally or out loud, and see how they make you feel. So if there is resistance, or if it triggers something, or if you agree with them, just really don't get caught up too much in the dialogue, but just observe how they make you feel. And we will start in a wide-legged child's pose. So you can come into the tabletop position and come to sit back onto your heels. The knees are as wide as you want them to be, and once you are ready, you can start lowering your upper body down onto the mat. Relax your belly, leave enough space for the belly to rest, and then you can also rest your forehead onto the ground. In Yin Yoga, we are not pushing anything, not pulling. We are really just letting the gravity do the work for us. So it should be a very restorative class. We will be stretching a lot into the lower body in order to improve circulation in the reproductive organs, and also in order to reduce stress. Stress inhibits the production of other reproductive hormones, for example, progesterone. So we want to calm down our nervous system and make sure that we are not in the fight or flight mode. And our affirmation here in this pose is: I take the time to nourish my body. Slowly use your hands to lift yourself out of the pose, no rush. And come to take a seat with your legs wide in front of you, coming into straddle pose next. So we will be stretching into the inner thighs, the inner groin, and also we will stretch into the whole posterior chain, so alongside the spine, all the way up towards the neck. And then slowly, when you are ready, you can start lowering yourself down, but there is nowhere to really pull, there is no pushing, no pulling. Just relax here, let the head relax. And we are not trying to prove anything here to anyone, neither to ourselves. This pose should nourish you and stretch. It shouldn't make you anxious. And you want to feel some sensation, a nice stretch, but it shouldn't be unbearable or painful. And if that's what you are leaning towards or feeling, then make sure to bring the legs closer to each other, or maybe keep a bend in the knees. Just take the first moments to adjust, so you can stay here for a while. If you are not so familiar with Yin Yoga, we are holding the poses for a few minutes. So we want to be able to relax here, not to fidget once we find the pose, and stay in stillness. Maybe you notice that with time your breath deepens, it becomes slower, and slowly, your nervous system is becoming more soothed. And your mind a little bit clearer. And our affirmation here is, I listen to my body. I listen to my body. And again, just observe how this affirmation makes you feel. Do you agree, disagree? Is there some resistance? Just how this affirmation make you feel. And after the class, you can just take a few moments, maybe to write down some notes. Or you can choose an affirmation that really resonated with you and be with this affirmation for the rest of the day. Just anything that comes to your mind, you can put down on the paper. You can come back to these notes again tomorrow or the day after and reflect a little bit. And you might see that with time, as you repeat some of the affirmations, that slowly they will really get deep down into your subconscious mind. And even if you don't believe them fully now, with time you might start believing in them. I listen to my body. Relax even more into the pose for a few more breaths. And just as we did before, use your hands to help you lift yourself back up. Be mindful of your back. Round it slowly back up. And maybe with the help of the hands again, bring the knees back together. And we will lie down on our back. And you can bring the hips a little bit towards the right side of the mat and the ankles towards the left and also the upper body towards the left. So we are creating kind of the half moon or the banana shape with your body. And if you want to intensify the stretch, you can also cross the right ankle over the left one. And you can also place the arms over your head. And you can grab the opposite elbow again if you want to feel even more stretch in the upper body. So we want to feel a nice stretch all alongside the right side of the body. Maybe you feel it even in the IT band, in the leg, in your armpit, in your tricep. So it depends how much you want to feel it, how much intensity you choose today. But don't overdo it. Even a little bit of stretch is enough. And we are stretching into the side of the body, which supports the liver meridian. And liver is responsible for our body's natural detox and for maintaining hormonal balance. So with this pose, among others, we are also supporting our hormones. And our affirmation here is, I am worthy of a child. I am worthy of a child. And stay here with the affirmation and relax. Deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. You can slowly come back to center, and we will be just switching sides, so moving the hips more towards the left and the ankles towards the right, the upper body as well. And use the time, first half a minute or so, to adjust, to feel the sensation, and just to make sure that the stretch is enough for you, but not too much. The whole body is still facing towards the ceiling, so even though you maybe chose to cross your ankles, both the sit bones are still grounded into the mat. The shoulder blades are still on the mat, so we are not lifting through the left side. Take a deep breath in through the nose into your belly. Inhale. And deep breath out. Breathe in. And release. Once more. Exhale. I will not let stress overtake my life. I will not let stress overtake my life. Start coming out of the pose, releasing the hold of the arms as well if you chose that variation. And you can roll onto one side, coming all the way up. And come to stand on your heels, coming next into Malasana, our yogi squat. So you can stay on your toes, or if it's accessible to you, you can also come all the way down on your feet, and the heels are in, the toes are out, about hip-width distance apart, or maybe a little bit more, and you keep pressing the knees wide open. And you can also use your elbows to help you stretch into the legs even more, and just keep pressing with the elbows against the knees. And if this feels like too much, too intense, you can also use your hands for support and lean a little bit forward. Or as I said in the beginning, you can just stay also higher up. Or even if you have a prop, maybe you can put a bolster under your hips, or a block will also work. So choose the variation that is working for you today. Maybe yesterday was another day, and today you are feeling like, oh no, I want a prop. I want to feel more support. And once you find the pose, you can close your eyes. Make sure you are not rounding through the spine, so the back is nice and tall, reaching with the crown of the head up. We will not be staying in this one for that long. And our affirmation here is, I am fertile. I am fertile. Really a wonderful pose to bring the blood flow down to the reproductive organs, to improve circulation. It is suitable for any phase of the cycle, maybe except menstruation, because during menstruation we don't really want to make the bleeding more intense. So that would be the only time to avoid doing this pose. I am fertile. And you can come out of the pose. Well done. And come back to lying down on the mat, on the back, and bring the soles of the feet together to touch, and drop the knees to the side for butterfly pose. Place your hands onto the lower belly, onto your womb, to make a soft connection with this area. And just let go, no tension in the knees, in the legs. You will see with time that the legs will come closer towards the mat. So don't worry if they are staying really high up. Doesn't matter, the benefits of the pose will be the same. And with having the hands on the belly, you can also feel a nice connection with your breath. So with each deep inhale, the belly expands. And with each exhale, you can feel the belly emptying and dropping back. And also here we will have an affirmation. I am ready for the next step. I am ready for the next step. Whatever that looks like for you. Use your hands to bring the knees back together. And get ready for our final pose, for Shavasana, for our resting pose. So you can make yourself cozy. If it's a bit cold, you can put on some socks, maybe a blanket. And rest your legs, rest your arms alongside your body. The palms are facing up. And there is nothing to do anymore, nowhere to be. Last moments on the mat. And come back to your natural breath. And let our last affirmation sink deep into your subconscious. And let it fill you and your body, your mind. Become one with this last affirmation. I am ready to become a mother. I am ready to become a mother. Slowly start bringing some movement back into your body, into your hands, your feet, your ankles, toes. And take a stretch, a long stretch for the whole body. And then bring the knees, chest rocking from side to side, massaging the lower back. And you can roll onto one side, maybe with the eyes still closed. Coming back to take a seat. Just to finish this practice together. And bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, to touch in front of your heart. Then we will take a chant of Om one time together to connect with the universe and also to connect to each other who is also on the fertility journey with us. Maybe struggling sometimes to find the hope, struggling to keep going. So with this chant we are sending strength to each other throughout this connection. And also I am sending strength and hope to each one of you. So you can take a deep breath in to chant. Inhale. Namaste. Gently open your eyes. And I thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you are feeling a little bit calmer. And if you have the time, I'm really curious to see which affirmation resonated the most with you. So you can leave me a comment down below. And maybe which affirmation felt the most uncomfortable and to which you held the most resistance. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.